What's happening, my fellow geeks on the internet? I'm TGun, and today I'm coming at you with another video. This time I've got a custom Lego minifigure showcase of a OC Mandalorian minifigure, or our own creation minifigure. So this is one I've actually had for maybe a month or so now, maybe a little bit more. I just haven't gotten around to filming a video on this because I have been very busy with uni over this year, as it is my final year of uni, and that does take priority. But I had some free time this afternoon as I handed in an assignment pretty early. And so I decided to make this showcase for you guys. This is our own creation. I started this guy at the end of last year and finished him up early February or March, something like that. And then I just recently updated him a couple days ago as well to showcase for you now. With that being said, before we go into the close-up, I do want to say stick around till the end because I will be doing some updates towards the end and showing you some sneak peeks of what I've been working on. But without any further ado, let's go ahead and do a 360 close-up on this minifigure. So here we have my custom OC Mandalorian minifigure. I don't have a name for him as I've just never got around to coming up with a name. So if any of you guys have any ideas, please let me know of some suggestions down below. So this guy I started back in November or December. It was around the time Mandalorian Season 2 came out. And I believe Natesminifigs had just started selling his custom resin printed Mandalorian items on his store. And when I made my first or second order, one of the two orders, I grabbed some extra pieces and I ended up throwing some pieces together and made my own custom Mandalorian minifigure. Before we move on, let's get through the accessories. So here we have a Brick Arms pistol. I believe it's from Destiny. I'm not too sure. I've never really played Destiny. I got in my very first ever Brick Arms haul, I believe. So it was a couple years ago. So it's been sitting around for a couple of years. I think I had two of them. And I decided to give it to this custom Mando as I thought it worked pretty well for a Star Wars figure. So yeah, I just have him with this custom pistol. It looks very Mandalorian-ish, I guess, even though it's from another sci-fi game. But yeah. I also have him equipped with a custom sword. This is also from Brick Arms, just a tactical sword. I painted it up in his color scheme, and I just like to think it's kind of like a vibro blade or something like that, or some sort of Star Wars blade that he uses. So yeah, I just thought it looked pretty cool. Okay, so now if I go stand the minifigure up properly, so as you can see, there's a lot of 3D elements on this guy. Everything apart from the jetpack and helmet is from Natesminifigs. The helmet is actually from AV Figures, as I bought that when he had the version 2 of his Mandalorian helmet, I believe. I think he then upgraded to like the version 3. So this is the version 2, and I got two of them because I was planning on using this helmet for the Mandalorian minifigure, or Din Djarin, but I've since swapped over to go with Tominio's version 2, as I think that's a much better helmet. I had one of these, I think this was a spare one, and I was like, you know what, let's just paint it up for this guy. So I used a Tamiya flat black for the base color. Then I used gunmetal for like these other details, and purple for the accents. And then I decided to do the visor in silver, like a Tamiya chrome silver, as I thought it would make it stand out, and it would just look better than if I went with a black visor or gold or something like that. I just thought the silver just looks very nice and just stands out. Underneath, there is no head, but I did paint up an alternate unhelmeted head, which I'll show you in a minute. On the back, we have a custom jetpack, and this is actually a very new jetpack that I painted up a couple days ago. This was one I had updated, as I did have a Tominio version 1 jetpack, like one of the small ones, which I don't have on me at the moment. It was painted up in a similar color scheme, just gunmetal and purple. There wasn't any silver. I think it was like just all gunmetal, and then where these silver stripes are, that was just purple, and that was about it. It was very messy. I wasn't too happy with it. It was fine for the time, but since I started making Mandalorian Season 2 customs, I started using that jetpack for Bo-Katan, and I started modding it, so I need a new jetpack, and I got this one in from Tominio a little while back, so I decided to use this for him. But it is magnetically attached, so it does come off fairly easily. I didn't paint the underside, as I didn't really need to, but yeah, so I think this jetpack looks a lot better than the original one, as I added the silver highlights throughout, just to make it stand out. And yeah, and the purple I just think's placed a lot better. I just think this looks much better than the original jetpack. So one thing I really wanted to do with this custom Mandalorian minifigure is add cloth elements. I really love Mandalorian customs, or Mandalorians include a lot of like cloth features or fabric features into their armor, like kind of like, you know, if they have ponchos, capes, waist capes, karma, something like that. I just really like the look of Mandalorians that have a lot of, you know, cloth elements into their armor. I don't know why, I just think it works a lot better than if they just had a jumpsuit and armor. So this is actually an old Boba Fett cape that I had lying around, which I painted up in a nice dark brown. It was flat brown from Tamiya. And then I also had this custom waist cape that was already attached to these plain legs, which I then painted up, and then I added all the other details you see on the legs underneath. On the torso, I believe it was a plain black torso. I then painted it over in my own flat black. I glued on this chest piece from Natesminifigs, and then I added some seam lines for like the flak vest and cummerbund underneath the chest armor. So just like what he would be wearing underneath with the normal jumpsuit. He does have 2 shoulder pads based on Din Djarin's Beskar armor. Now one of them did actually have the Mudhorn signet, which I believe was there, but I sanded it down. You can kind of see the outline there. But I sanded it down, painted it in gunmetal, and put it on this shoulder so it's facing the back. So if you could see remnant, it doesn't really matter because it's behind him, as I didn't want him to have the Mudhorn signet because it's not really his signet. I also added some outlines in purple as well as going up the center there. It's just a Tamiya purple color scheme. I painted the arms in black, and then I used the Boba Fett gauntlets, which I then painted up gunmetal with some purple details, and then I also painted up a rocket in gold. Just thought it looked nice. The belt is also one of the Natesminifigs belts. It's based on the Mandalorian Season 2 Boba Fett belts, which I then cut off the actual resin belt and then just glued the pouches and buckle on the minifigure separately, as I had some E-tape for like the leather belt that goes round. I did have some back pouches which came off, and so I got to fix up that at the back. The waist cape is actually painted in a whole red color. It's kind of like a browny red. And that's the same with this cape up here. And then the belt was in flat brown. The legs I painted up in black. Added the knee pads, just the standard Mandalorian knee pads from Natesminifigs, and then painted up the boots in brown. And yeah, it looks very nice. Very simple. Like once you got the pieces on, this back plate is also from Tamiya. It's from his version 1 Din Djarin chest armor, which I then cut off that neck bracket and then just glued it on separately. So very simple. You can find these parts from Natesminifigs very easily. I will be upgrading the helmet in the future, and I will do a video on that when I upgrade the helmet, as I'm not too big on this helmet for this guy anymore, so I do want to change it around. But I did paint up a secondary face for him for when he does have his helmet off, which is right here. So here we have the custom painted face that I made for this Mandalorian minifigure, and I actually prefer displaying him like this than I did with the helmet. As I said, I will be painting up a new helmet that I've got on the way from Natesminifigs, but I actually prefer this over the 2 different looks. So I know I'll probably display him with this most of the time anyway. But yeah, so this started out as an Infinity War Captain America face, which I then painted over the beard in my own flat brown, and I also painted up an Anakin Skywalker hair in the same flat brown color. And then I just added some red scars around the eye and on the cheek there, as I didn't want him to just, you know, look like he was very clean. I wanted to show that he's been through a lot of battles and he's now got scars to prove that. So yeah, I really like how this guy turned out. Let me know what you think down below. Let me give him his pistol, and then we can go ahead and wrap up this video. So thank you guys for watching this custom Lego showcase video. Again, apologies that it's been a while since my last upload. I've just been really busy with uni, but I had a lot of fun making this guy and really happy that I could finally show him off properly to you guys. So again, let me know what you think of this guy down below, as well as give me some name suggestions for him, as I have no idea what to call him. I'm always terrible with coming up with names for OC, you know, characters, you know, Mandalorians and clone troopers and Jedi and etc. So yeah, it would mean a lot if you guys could help me out. But yeah, again, I had a lot of fun making this guy. Cannot wait to make some more Mandalorian customs for you guys. This was technically my first custom Mandalorian minifigure. So I cannot wait to finish up my Mando Season 2 minifigures, as I've had a lot of fun making them. Here's a bit of a sneak peek on Din Djarin. I still have a lot to do for this guy, but I've had a lot of fun. I've just been going between making him, Boba Fett, Cobb Vanth, Bo-Katan, and the other minifigures I have planned for that, which are still coming, just working very slowly on them. So please wait, they will come out eventually. And I also have some other OC custom Mandalorian minifigures that I can't wait to make in the future for you guys. Eventually I do want to actually make these three in a minifigure form, as I really like their designs. This one too, though, I'm not as big of a fan of the design on that one as I am with those three, so I definitely want to make them in the future in like my own sort of style, you know, using the Natesminifigs parts and whatnot. So other minifigures I've been working on, I've also been working on Bad Batch minifigures. I've been loving the show. I've had a lot of fun watching Bad Batch this year, so there's a work in progress of Hunter, which is, I've done a fair amount of progress on the torso and legs. Still got to finish them up though and tidy them up, but I'm really happy with how it's going so far. Once I get some parts in from Natesminifigs, I can then finish up his arms and everything. But yeah, really happy with how he's turning out. And I also have the armor kits for Tech on here. This is from Cantina Crafts with a posable visor too. So definitely go check him out. He's been so good with working out how to do the shipping and stuff, because I'm in Australia and this wouldn't allow me to ship to Australia, so it was so nice to help me work in this out. So yeah. So other minifigures I've been working on, I've kind of got a bit of a sneak peek here. This is kind of a quick custom I started doing. I saw a custom edit a few weeks ago on Instagram of like a fan concept on a sequel style Luke Skywalker, and so I decided to kind of apply that into minifigure form. So showcase on that will be coming out very soon, as it's a fairly simple custom. I just got to do like the belt and just some details here and there, and then he's done. So other things I've been working on Star Wars wise, I started making a custom clone helmet. So this was actually from Custom Brick Builder, or Tristan, who sadly shut down his store. I got 2 of these bark helmets in one of his like closing deals, and started painting it up. So this is actually for my clone commander of my own OC Legion. Really happy with how it's turning out. It's got this really nice dark grey, medium blue color scheme. So once I get the armor kit from Natesminifigs, I'll be able to finish up this guy, as I've got some really good ideas on how I want to make him. But I've also been making my own Clone Legion Black Series form too, because I recently started collecting Black Series. I started back at Supernova in, I think, April, I believe, where I got a couple of the 40th anniversary Empire Strikes Back figures, and then I was just kind of spiraled from there. So this is actually a Camino guard, which I've started painting up. I'm really liking this color scheme, so you can kind of see that a little bit more. Kind of, sort of, maybe. So you can kind of see the color scheme a bit more. I'll do a video on this guy in the future too when he's done. I kind of wish I removed the printing from the arms and legs, like the Camino guard stripes, but oh well. I will in the future, but yeah, really happy with how he's turning out. And then I also have a Phase 1 clone as well, which I'm really happy with how he's turning out as well. So yeah, I've been having a lot of fun coming up with my own custom Clone Legion, so I will do a video on that in the future for Black Series and custom minifigures, which I'll eventually make a custom Jedi General. There'll be a whole playlist of my custom Clone Legion stuff. I'm really keen to make them, so please stick around for that. And aside from that, I have been updating my custom Jedi Sig Fig. If you guys saw around Christmas, I made a video on this and a few friends in the cosplay community who I bet made some Jedi minifigures for them, of them. So I kind of wanted to update this, add some more armor to the arms and legs. I'm waiting on a clone gauntlet to come in for there, and I'll add some armor to the legs. Really happy with how it's turning out. New cape as well, based on the Last Jedi Luke poncho cape thing from Arc 2. Yeah, there will be a wave 2 of some custom Jedi minifigures for some more friends in the custom cosplay community. So there will be a wave 2, which will kind of also wrap up that whole project, which I'll have, you know, all of them together. So I'm really looking forward to that. So other than that, I'm just kind of working on some custom minifigures here and there when I can. As again, I'm very busy with uni, as it is my final year. So I have this trimester and then next trimester, then in December I'm done. So yeah, please thank you guys for being patient with me. It's a slow process, but I'm getting there eventually. Haven't been working on too many Transformers figures as of late, which I've really got to get around to that, as I've been working on a custom Last Night barricade, but like with the 07 head and paint scheme, you know, the black and white color scheme. So I really got to finish that up eventually. And I've also been making Tread Shot from Shattered Glass as well. But yeah, so eventually I'll finish them. But aside from that, thanks for sticking around. Again, let me know what you think of this guy down below. Please check out my 2 Instagrams down below, TGun_creations, where you'll see behind the scenes and work in progresses of customs and cosplays. And then I also have another Instagram, TGun_productions, which is my kind of stop motion and 3D animation account, as I have been doing 3D animation for uni, as that's my course. So I've been uploading some of the assignments that I've done up there. So if any of you are interested, please go check that out down below, as I am hoping to do some more stop motion animation stuff in the future. That account's been very like dry spell as well. There's been a drought of content there, but I'm hoping to change that in the future. Also, if you don't have Instagram, please check out the community tab, as I'm going to try and start posting on there more. I kind of posted some behind the scenes, and I kind of announced earlier, like a couple days ago, that a video on this guy will be coming up. So, you know, if you don't have Instagram, check out the community tab, as I do have a lot of stuff there. Or I have some posts there, which I'll be doing more of. There's even a whole post there about what sort of paints I use. But yeah. So again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video, which will hopefully not be in like 2 months or whatever. Alright, thanks guys.